So yes, you are on Concept Soup. You're here looking at another beautiful YouTube video, but something a bit different, not a super stylish gaming PC build. No, we are checking out this monstrosity. What is it? How did I find it? There's a bit of a story behind it. You know, I don't mind things that are a little bit older, just ask your mum, for example, but we're gonna see what's inside it, open it up. It's gonna be real fun. I love doing this kind of thing, so stick with me. So, I get a phone call from my mum and it goes something like this.
You're a loser and your YouTube channel sucks. Can't you get a proper job? Anyway, Jeannie got these old computers. You like computers? Come and get them.
Totally normal phone call. So I go to pick up the computer and immediately can't contain my laughter because Jesus, where did she dig this up from? I mean, look at it. Look at it. Scorpio computers. Sempron 2800. But guys, don't worry, it is indeed a multimedia computer system. I love it. And hey, look, it's even got a floppy drive. Look at that, absolutely beautiful. So obviously I cannot wait to try this thing out. It looks horrific and it's gonna be brilliant. And judging from the back, look, we've got a dedicated network card, and is that a sound card? What is that? It's got a telephone port in it. Amazing, amazing. Oh, that is brilliant. And of course, we've got our Paleolithic era display outs here. USB 2. There'll be no USB 3 in sight. We've got the old school PS2, PS1 slots. Obviously, the audio adapters haven't changed. But that's pretty funny. There's no fans mounted on the back, but it looks like there's some room for some probably 80mm fans, 60mm fans, not sure. ATX size case by the looks of it. So let's boot it up and actually see what's going on with this PC. Now, before I do it, try and guess what operating system is going to be on this. I reckon it's going to be Windows XP. What do you think? It could be 98, couldn't it? Who knows? It looks really old. So let's do that now. Okay, so we've got our extension cable, plug in the power. I've bought a new HDMI to VGA. It goes the other way around, so hopefully it'll work this time. That's going to be everything we need to get it working. Let's give it a try. Okay, power on, lights going. Do we get a picture? Oh, the suspense is killing me. Yes. Oh, yes. That is beautiful. 2003. Wow. 2004. This computer is from 2004. That's brilliant. Oh, yes. Look at that Windows XP. Oh my God. Oh, I haven't actually seen Windows XP in years. That's amazing. I love it. I love it. I really hope there's no password because I'd love to just use the desktop. It's taking me back to my school days. I love it. Oh, remember being a little 8 or 9 year old in the school. Oh, brilliant. Microsoft Word. God, I remember using this as a kid. This is amazing. Oh, it's just, oh, look, little paperclip guy. Look. There's Clippy. Oh, there he is. God, why did they get rid of Clippy? I love Clippy. Do you know what? It's pretty responsive despite almost certainly being on a hard drive. It's a bit laggy on the mouse. That's the only thing. Occasionally it cuts out. You've got WinRAR, Power DVD, Nero, all these things that I used to use like all the time. Are there any games on here? Free cell, oh, just all the regular stuff. Oh, Microsoft Pinball. Oh, dude, this is nostalgia. This is nostalgia. God, I remember this was like super high tech back in the day. Ugh. And when you'd hit all three, you'd get access to like some other place. Okay, so that is pretty sweet. And if you can think of anything else to test out on Windows XP on an old PC, put a little comment down in the description. All right, so it's safe to say that this has been an absolute treasure trove, but we haven't even looked physically inside it yet, so let's do that right now. There we go. Open it up. Whoa, it's actually surprisingly pretty tidy in there. I was expecting like a big dust ball. So yeah, as suspected, there is an HDD. That doesn't surprise me whatsoever. Molex and IDE cables. You know that this is old. Look at that. Those ribbon cables, man. It's not just plug in a SATA cable anymore, baby. You gotta get these in. That is outstanding. More Molex coming up here, and actually behind here you'll have the DVD rewriter as well. Now looking at the add-in cards here. So these are like old PCI slots. These aren't your sort of new things. You couldn't put like a modern day graphics card in there because it doesn't have the right connector. You see how the little piece is on the right, whereas on the PCI Express it would be on the left. So there'd be no way I could put in a modern graphics card into this without some sort of crazy skullduggery. But yeah, so what have we got? So I think this one is the telephone card, which yes, that actually used to be a thing, telephone card. And then this one, I believe, is like an Ethernet port, like probably a faster one, because the one that's built into the motherboard was probably only a 100 megabytes per second, whereas this one might give you the full 1 gigabit per second. So interesting. Take a look. So we've got a pretty bog standard CPU cooler there. Looks like it's still working. Obviously, it was cooling the PC earlier. A purple PCB motherboard. You don't see those anymore, do you? There's coin battery down here, of course, front panel stuff, USB stuff. Fascinating. That's our RAM there. Now, bets, put some bets on, tell me in the comments before I take this out, what DDR type is this going to be? DDR, 400 megahertz, CL3. Now that is some low latency. Wow, imagine like it's on DDR5 now, the latency of 30 is considered goes 10 times less back on DDR1. Of course, the speed being a lot lower. Interesting stuff. I have no idea what motherboard this is, and we'll soon find out. It says there's AGP there for graphics port for that top orange one, but I can't see actually any model numbers that I recognise on there. And then if we look up at the power supply, and it's really hard to see underneath that cover there, but it's a Dragon power supply, and it's a 400 watt power supply. And to be honest, these probably came out before 80 plus was even a thing. So I think I really want to find out what the CPU is. Now I know it's a Sempron something, but I just want to know what it looks like. So we'll take that cooler off in a minute, but first I think we need to give this a bit of a dust bust. Oh, yes, success. Look at that, thermal paste application. Not bad actually. Yeah, it's basically the same as an AM4 socket, really. It feels basically exactly the same. There we go, Sempron. Doesn't actually say what it is, but look, manufactured 2001. Wow, and made in Malaysia rather than Taiwan. Yeah, rather than risk damaging the pins on this, I'm just going to put it back in. Okay, so I've had a brilliant time looking into this Windows XP machine from 2004. It's the oldest computer I've seen. Like, I haven't seen this since I was actually a kid myself using the same kind of things. We've got ribbon cables, we've got all sorts. Brilliant fun. But do you think we should put a modern PC into this case? So I'm thinking, you know, like a 4070 type build or something. You guys should tell me what you think I should put into this PC. I'm probably going to have to mod it by drilling a few holes in it to allow for proper cooling for modern systems, because there's no real fan intakes or anything on this one. But please tell me in the comments down below if that is something you would like to see. And until next time, I'll catch you.